Joining us now is Attorney General Pam Bondi, exclusively this morning. Good to have you back.
Thanks, Shannon. Good to see you.
Okay, so let's start with this question about vetting. The Washington Post reporting this: counterterrorism officials did vet the guard shooting suspect before he entered the U.S. One of the individuals they talked to said the suspect was vetted years ago before working with the CIA in Afghanistan, and then again before he arrived in the U.S. in 2021. Those examinations involved both the National Counterterrorism Center as well as the CIA. So where are we in tracking the path of this suspect? Was something missed in the vettings, or was he possibly radicalized once he got here?
So first, the one that you talked about that happened days before the Thanksgiving shooting, that one, he had been here through Operation Allies Welcome Program, minimal to little vetting. I was on the phone last night with Secretary Kristi Noem at length. They did not do biometrics. They did not do social media. They did very little, if minimal, vetting on all of these people. And now to take a step back, we have a 1.5 million backlog of people that have come into our country. And as you said, these people are being radicalized. We know that this shooter who shot our National Guardsman in D.C. the day before Thanksgiving, he was radicalized. You're going to hear a lot more about that. And these people should not have been in our country, should have never been in our country under Joe Biden. He opened our borders, of course, MS-13 TDA members. Right 20 minutes from where you are right now, Shannon, we caught one of the worst MS-13 members in the country, of the whole eastern seaboard, top members, because Joe Biden let him walk into our country. Also, he commuted people off death row. I've moved them to Supermax, where they will spend the rest of their lives. They were the worst of the worst. He commuted someone completely, let them out of prison, a violent criminal, and he recently committed an attempted murder in Nebraska. No longer. We're catching these people, we're vetting these people, and this administration, because of Donald Trump, we are working hand in hand with Secretary Noem, Homeland Security. Director Patel has already arrested 500 suspected terrorists since January 20th. We're working hand in hand with Pete Hegseth. And yes, we are bringing in our National Guard to every city we possibly can. Who needs our help? And that's a lot of them. We're tied up, as you know, in a lot of court hearings right now. These young men and women in the Guard, they want to help our country. They want to be here. They are patriots, yet they will not be attacked by a radical Islamic terrorist who screams by reports, Ali Akbar, before shooting 2 of our Guard members and almost killing more.
Yeah, can you confirm that? Because I have heard that in at least one report that there was that exclamation. We've not confirmed that beyond the one report, but also you said we're going to hear more about terror connections and the background of this individual. When will we know more about those things? Can you confirm that? And will there be more charges?
So it has been reported, that's why I said it that way, yes, that he did yell Ali Akbar before shooting at them. The fact that he was radicalized in this country, we are letting Secretary Noem handle that from Homeland Security. She is working on that. They have reports of that. This guy drove across the country, as we all know, from Washington State to execute our National Guard members. And, you know, I've been on the phone with Melody and Jason. Those are Andy Wolf's parents. These are wonderful people. They were at his bedside last night. They are at his bedside right now. They spent Thanksgiving at Andy's bedside. And Shannon, I just have to say this, we are a praying country, and we all have to pray for Andy's full recovery right now. He is a remarkable young man. He joined the Guard in 2019. His dad's a career police officer. He fought to keep our country safe, and now we have to pray to fight to get him back to 100% and do everything we can to support his family. I'm going to see his parents tonight. Wonderful people. And, you know, we lost Sarah. We lost Sarah to a terrorist attack in our country. That should not be happening in the United States of America. That's why Donald Trump closed our borders. That's why Donald Trump has cut off all of these people from coming into our country. We are going to protect Americans.
Well, we owe a debt of gratitude to Andy, to Sarah, and to all of these young men and women who are out there in uniform patrolling the streets. You mentioned this being tied up in legal battles. A D.C. federal judge has put that on hold or said that the president went too far in using National Guards here in D.C. We know the Supreme Court, we're waiting on a ruling from them about use of National Guard in Illinois. So we're going to continue to track those cases. But before you go, I want to ask you about something that developed overnight. We heard that top Democrat, top Republican on the House Armed Services Committee are going to join what is happening in the Senate, a bipartisan call for more information on what's happening with these strikes off Venezuela, off the coast there. We've built up a military presence, a very strong one there. There are a number of lawmakers asking for a memo from the Office of Legal Counsel that supposedly provides the legal justification for what's going on. Will that be declassified? Will you turn it over to lawmakers or make it public in any way so we can see the legal justification for what's going on?
Yeah, Shannon, for 1 minute, jumping back to D.C., we have made 6,800 arrests, 640 firearms have been seized, and the Guard, it's under appeal, but our Guard is still allowed to be there and functioning in D.C., and in fact, we're sending in 500 more Guard. They're not operating right now in Chicago and Portland based on the appeals, but they are up and going in D.C. and in Memphis. Back to Venezuela. We are committed to taking out these narco-terrorists. President Trump is, Marco Rubio is, our entire administration. And that goes back to Joe Biden letting these foreign terrorist organizations walk into our country, come into our country through Mexico. They are narco-terrorists. What you're showing on the screen right now are terrorists, and they are being blown up. We are not going to agree. You know, these Democrats don't want to agree with us. It's crazy. The drugs that are flowing into our country from these terrorists are killing our children. And if Donald Trump won't protect, if the Democrats won't protect our children, Donald Trump will, by any means we need to, within the legal realm of our society. And that's what we're doing. As far as a classified memo, I'm not going to discuss that, but I will say Venezuelan drug dealers need to tread very, very carefully, because if you are a narco-terrorist, if you are a TDA, we are coming after you. President Trump has made that crystal clear. No more will they be coming into our country thanks to Joe Biden. No more will they be killing our kids with this poison that is flowing into our country from Venezuela, from Mexico, from all of these other countries, fentanyl being made in China. That's what this is about, protecting Americans every single day, Shannon. We have to.
Attorney General, always great to have you with us, and we appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.